which leads us to the next area I know you want to go, and I'm interested to hear about, is engagement. How do you start the conversations? How does it work on LinkedIn?
Stuart, well, we talked about this a while ago. Let me share this with your group because this is important for us to understand.
Okay.
You and I do an absolutely fabulous job of getting dialed up in the morning. Yeah. Do our hair, we put on a nice clean shirt, and I'm joking, maybe we put on a little bit of extra deodorant, whatever. We get our shoes shiny, nice clean pants, we get dressed up. That is synonymous to building a really good profile. Build a really good LinkedIn profile. Dial it up. Make it represent us. You and I represent ourselves. I would wager 24/7. Teddy Burriss, and I bet you Stuart, never walks out of the house looking away he doesn't want to look.
True.
Same thing with our profiles. Make them look the way we want to look. Then we do this. We connect with people, and we build connections and try to find ways to move them into relationships. By the way, I see the Q&A stacking up. I promise you, I'm going to get to it. Any question you have, drop it in there, and I'll get to it, okay?
Good.
So, we connect with people who are relevant, interesting, influential to us, make us think, and people we can help. And so we build these huge networks of people who are highly relevant to us. That is synonymous to connecting with the right people on LinkedIn. Then here's where people fail. Here's where many fail. And that's when they do this. They look absolutely fantastic. They walk into a room, we're filled with people who love them, who are relevant to them in lots of ways, and people who want to meet them.
Okay. And
then they just stand in the corner and they hold their glass. They stand beside the food table and they hold a biscuit. They got a glass of water and a biscuit, and they don't say hi to anyone. That is synonymous to what many people do on LinkedIn. They get on LinkedIn and they do nothing. And then, and I'm being blunt here because it's my business to be blunt. I'm being paid to be blunt. Oh, I didn't tell you about that yet. But anyway, they wonder why this thing's a piece of crap, why it doesn't work. They say LinkedIn's worthless because they did nothing.
Right.
They did nothing.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I'm going to give you, how about a couple tips and a story?
Okay. And a story. Yeah. Yeah. Bring
it.
So
here's a couple tips and a story. Number one, it all has to be true. True. Truhe. Everything you do on social media, including LinkedIn. I just dropped this one on you first time, didn't I, buddy? Everything you do on social media needs to be transparent, relevant, useful, honest, and engaging. If everything that you post, everything you write or share on LinkedIn is transparent, relevant, useful, honest, engaging. And by the way, I'll give you a couple more E's. Entertaining, exciting, educational. As long as it's always true, that is how you build a reputation. That is how you build trust, respect, and like. That's number one tip.
Okay.
Here's another one. I love this one, dude.
Okay.
It ain't all about you, Teddy. It ain't all about you. It has to be all about your most important viewer, your target audience.
Yeah.
Everything you share, everything you post, everything you do needs to be highly, highly relevant and all about your target audience.
Yep.
Every now and then, Stuart, it can be about you, Teddy. But it's first and foremost, it's got to be all about your target audience.
That's a really salient tip right there. So we really have to think twice before we just go make a post.
Yeah, well, think about this. Here's the analogy to that. Think about this. I'm all dialed up. I walk into a networking event full of people who love me and some who want to meet me. And I sit in there and I dole out business cards to reckless abandon. I dole out my brochures. True story. I had a lady walk up behind me at a networking event and slid her brochure into my hand from behind me. True, I'm swearing, I wish I would have videoed it.
Yeah.
That's what people do on LinkedIn all day long is my words, they barf out their brochures. They throw up all over everybody with hire me, buy me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wrong answer.
Yeah.
It's got to be transparent, relevant, useful, honest, and engaging. It can't be all about Teddy.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's a story.
Okay.
Let's say, Carl. It's a lady. I'm pretty sure her name is Carl. I know it's Karl. I haven't met her. She reached out to me and said, "I want to tell you the story." She wanted to work for. Hey, anybody out there know the answer? Use the chat box. What's the name of the football star in Baltimore? Used to play for the Ravens, and he started his own foundation. Can't remember the name of the guy, but anyway, I know he's in Baltimore, and this lady wanted to be an internship. Carl wanted to be an intern at this foundation. Okay. So she sees that there's an opportunity to do that. So she engages with the mother. She engaged with the mother on LinkedIn, sent the mother a message and said, "I'm really interested in your foundation, and I would really like to talk with you about your foundation." And she said she was very transparent. And she said, for one reason is because I really believe it's she used a word like blessed. She said, "I really think your foundation is a blessing to many."
Okay.
And I want to know more about it. She said, secondly, is because I'd like to find out how I could possibly help you. She sent that message to the mother of this football star out of Baltimore Ravens that owns started this foundation. Okay. And the mother messaged her back. Actually, one of the admins messaged her back and said, "Mom is very excited about your messaging and would like to talk with you." So she got in a conversation with this football star and his mom. This, by the way, is a big foundation. It's not no little rinky-dink thing. And at least back then it wasn't. And they said to her, "The reason why we called you in for a conversation is because of the way you engage with us on LinkedIn. Very professional, polite, and courteous." And no, it wasn't Patrick. Arletta's saying Patrick. And I can't remember. I'll find out and figure out what he's sharing. But think about that. This is a college grad, what people call millennials, and I get that labeling stuff. And people have so many different perspectives of how millennials is. This young lady did something different, professional, and polite, and asked for a conversation, and she got an internship in Baltimore and changed her life.
So revealed their true intentions. We're not boldly trying to sell something or get something. It was a bit of honesty and tact and eloquence. So I'm really getting a much better feel for how to use LinkedIn to start conversations, to network and
Stuart, we take in our mastermind group, we help people figure out all of the different places that you can engage. And there's a dozen places you can engage. And when you understand what you can do, and when you understand how to do it, you understand the philosophy behind your messaging, that is when you differentiate yourself from every other competitor who thinks they want to play in your sandbox with your toys. And this is what we teach in our mastermind group. So it's all about.
Yeah. Well, this is great because so many travel entrepreneurs, travel professionals who are especially on right now, while many have a niche, they're always looking. I'll speak on their behalf. We're looking for, well, how do I new business development? How do I grow? I have big ideas, great ideas, but every time I send a blast email, every time I make a phone call, and I say, "Hey, I've got a big idea. Can I talk to you?" It's a no. Why? Because you're selling your big idea. But there's sort of a nice standard SOP, standard operating procedure. There's an eloquence. There's an elegance. There's manners, if you will, on LinkedIn. Right? Am I saying this right? Because I'm getting this. Because for me personally, I want to get more speaking gigs. So. And it's not just the context I have, but who they know, who their influencers are. And well, you've already helped me out.